Apple is the most viewed stock right now with their earnings report ready to be announced next week. So should you buy? Keep watching as we go through recent news as well as my chart analysis and price prediction. But before we do that, subscribe to our channel Stocks 101 for regular stock market updates. First up, the iPhone 14 Plus seems to be underperforming as the company has cut its supply just a few weeks after launch. Two suppliers in China have cut down their supply by 70 and 90% as requested by Apple. Data suggests that buyers just went for the iPhone 14 Pro instead of the iPhone 14 Plus, as there was just a $100 price difference, which is a mistake on the pricing part. Next up, Erik Woodring from Morgan Stanley has said that Apple's results for the third quarter will likely beat expectations. Analysts expect a revenue of about $89 billion and an EPS of $1.27. Apart from this, the iPad series might get an update with a new design in line as well as rumors of a folding iPad. The new version will have a 10.9-inch display and the A14 chip having a USB Type-C port and 5G support. It will be launched on 26th October and there will be two models priced at $449 and $599. With all that in mind, let's analyze the charts. As you guys can see right here, we're now in the 1-day chart for Apple, and as always, we'll first analyze the 1-day chart, then the 1-hour chart, and to end it off, we'll get into the 5-minute chart. Right off the bat, we can see that the market is about to open, and right now we're in a gap down scenario. Right, we're about, 0.8% in a gap down, and of course, this pretty much is just the impact of a negative market, and in my opinion, we should be able to recover out of this by the end of this day. And the recovery has started right away. As you guys can see right here, we're already up to a level of 143.83. This was yesterday's closing, and we've already recovered all of those losses that we got by the gap down. Right, this is mainly because the Apple stock is doing pretty well, and of course because of the Morgan Stanley report that we received as well. If you ask me, Apple has pretty much bottomed, right? If we talk about a technical perspective, around here, about $134 was the bottom for Apple, right? If we talk about a lower bottom or the next bottom, if, in case it falls, that would probably be somewhere around $130. But below that, these two levels are pretty strong support levels. So, of course, I hardly believe that the Apple stock will go below them. Of course, if the earnings report is great, as always, Apple will likely rally and get back into this $160 range, in my opinion, by the end of this month. Now, if we talk about resistance levels, since we're going up, right, one resistance is over here at 147.8, pretty much just 147. Another resistance around 145. And after that, we have another resistance around pretty much 157. Right, 150 would be a psychological resistance as well. Another one would probably be somewhere around 145, or rather 155. I'm sorry for that. If we talk about some nearby support levels, of course, we have a support over here. As you guys can see, we made a double bottom and we also got supported over here and over here as well at $137.75, or rather just $138. After that, we do have another support around the $140 range. Pretty much that's, just psychological. If we look at the overall long-term trend, so let me quickly zoom out of this. And well, let me raise these levels as well. You can write them down on your chart so you don't forget them. And if we look at the long-term price action, of course, we've kind of hit the bottom, as you guys can see, right? We did try to squeeze back into this range over here, but I believe that if we're able to cross the $150 level, that should be enough to, spark up a reversal. Of course, the market scenarios do affect the stock, but, we're solely talking about technical aspects and definitely not market aspects. So if you ask me what my opinion is about the Apple stock, in my opinion, it is a buy at the current levels, right? Apple is currently valued pretty well, and of course, with the amount of effort that they put into their revenue and financials, right? They just probably the best company when it comes to maintaining their financials, right? That's a bold statement to make, but still, their valuation, their revenue, their stock price, everything about that just proves the fact that Apple is a fundamentally and financially strong company, and in my opinion, no matter how much they fall, they probably will get back into the $200 range in 2023, right? So that's just my price target for 2023. So that probably would be achieved by 2023's October or November. If we talk about percentages, that should get us somewhat of a 40% growth from over here. So that's pretty good, right? That's a pretty good return considering the fact that Apple is a pretty stable stock as well. But with that being said, I don't believe there's much left to analyze in the 1 day chart. So let's quickly head on into the 1 hour chart. So over here, we can see that we had an interesting pattern over here, right? With the baseline standing at 138.20. Let me mark that real quick. And of course, the stock price was sinking over here, as you guys can see, right? We kind of squeezed into this range, got a massive gap up, recovered from it, got a gap, or rather, this was a gap down. I'm sorry for that. We got a gap up over here, and then we went down, right? After that, we got another gap up over here. We can see that we got a pin bar candle on the negative side, right, on 18th October. So this indicated this sell off. Over here, of course, we got supported around this level of, $143. Got resisted around 145.6. Again, fell down, pretty volatile on 19th October, right? We got into a gap down, after which we kind of rallied, hit a double top at 145 pretty much. Let me mark that for you again, 145. After that, we did get a negative candle over here, a negative pin bar candle. We saw some reversal signs over here, which indicated, that the stock probably won't perform all that bad. But if we look at today's performance, we can see that all of the gains are gone. So let's quickly analyze why that happened in the 5-minute chart. So over here on the 5-minute chart, we can see that on 19th October, let me show you guys this scenario real quick. We got another reversal scenario in just, the first hour of the market. So this was at 9:40 and 9:45. We got a negative, or rather just a a red positive candle and a green negative candle over here. These were pin bar candles. This indicated a bullish reversal, right? And of course, we got a bullish reversal. We got an inside candle over here indicating really high volatility and of course indecision in the market. Over here, as you guys can see, we got a double bottom at 143.3, right? Of course, we were getting a lot of resistance levels on the intraday chart. So the first one would be, of course, over here, $144, which is psychological, right? We did get supported around this range of 142 a lot, which is, of course, again, psychological, right? We did see a support and resistance level around 142.9, or rather just 143, right? We got another double top over here around 143.75. And now coming to the current charts, we can clearly see that the first candle was, of course, bullish, but now we might be in for a reversal scenario. And if this happens, we'll probably get supported over somewhere over here. Wait, why did I move that? I'm sorry for that. Let me get the brush tool. We'll probably get back over here into the $142 zone. That I don't really believe that could happen, right? In my opinion, Apple should stay in this range between 143 and 144 by the market closing, right? It can happen on the intraday chart, of course, right? The markets are volatile right now. So let me clear out all of these drawings and give you guys my prediction for the day. In my opinion, as I already told you, the stock should probably continue to get a bullish downtrend up until mid-market. Then we should get into a range bound market around 142 and $143. Then we'll probably get some recovery around the market closing hours, right? Like ignore this time frame, I'm sorry for that, right? So we'll probably get recovery around market closing, and then we'll end the day off around $143. So that would be a red day, but we would probably recover most of our losses. So with that being said, my long-term analysis for Apple stays bullish, but remember that this definitely is not financial advice and you should always do your own research before you trade. If, however, you enjoyed my analysis, be sure to hit the like button. If you did not enjoy it, be sure to hit the dislike button. You can subscribe to our channel Stox 101 for more such videos. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.